Final cut. I really thought this was interesting, and I liked how in the beginning it says a humble cottage, a delusioned actor, a final fight for control. This says it all, and then I just felt like it was an interesting walk through of the different style of footage that somebody can do while filming themselves or making a film. Film shots, I guess you should say, the angles and the different ways you can try to depict something, and you know, how a filmmaker uses everything they can to control the situation, but in the end, the camera doesn't lie, is what I took from it. And the camera takes control and always really had control. And we're delusional to think if we're the filmmaker that we have the control. We only have so much control. And art kind of takes over in front of the camera because the camera doesn't lie, if that makes sense. So that's what I took from it. I thought it was really interesting, the different sort of effects that were used through this to show sort of, maybe some things happening with the camera that are technical difficulties as well. It just really added to the whole thing. So good job.
This was so interesting. I loved her interactions with the camera and the way that with the interactions and kind of the directing that she was giving, you could see like the immediate response of the camera, which gave it this very like almost other entity, like it was behaving on its own, obviously, within her commands. And I thought this was really interesting. I think that using a few more technical terms like hero shot and things like that, and like wide angle, fuzzy focus, the stuff like that for the most part, people, if they didn't already know it, the context is literally right there. You can quickly figure out what that means. I thought that was really great, to have her kind of being the one standing in front and giving the commands. I thought it was really interesting and really intriguing. I liked that throughout the whole thing, especially with the music, you couldn't quite tell exactly where it was gonna go next. And then I like at the very end with the like black and white, it definitely went into like this spooky kind of creepy realm, which I really liked. I thought it was great. Very well done. Really intriguing.
This film could be sent to film schools all around the world for that first class, that production 101, where the professor is just teaching all the different angles and what they mean, because it does it in a very short time, but in a succinct manner where it teaches what they each mean, but in a way that's memorable. And it would get a professor's view across very fast without teaching through a textbook. They could just show this film on like the first day of class and then keep going back to it as they teach through the textbook. Because it would show, instead of just reading in the book and showing through screen grabs exactly what they're talking about when they say do this shot and this shot and this shot. It would show, okay, this is what this means and this is what this means, because this is exactly what this film showed. I think professors that teach these classes would love this film. And anybody who's interested in filmmaking would love this film. It would be something great on YouTube as a filmmaking tutorial that would actually show what each shot means for beginning filmmakers. I think anyone would like it because it would be a great marketing tool.